rig up like 20 of them while she did her openings. Nice. No doubt Beppo's back in kitten season. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It is that time of year. It is literally that time of year. There's two, like, early spring and late summer. Or, I would say, like, early spring. And then mid to late summer. That's usually the two cat mating seasons. And you can have explosions of cats. Nice, Beppo. So you should just have Avery go to your house, and then she could just pick one. Alright. Alright, Gatos. This is where I talk about myself, what's been going on in the Ninjagato world. So, as you guys know, I went on a streaming hiatus. I didn't want to go on a streaming hiatus, but I had to. I tried to stream. I did try to stream, work, and provide elder care, and I just couldn't. Like, a lot of gatos were telling me, like, you're gonna break, gato, and I'm like, no, I got this, I can do this. No, I broke. It was too much. Elder care is probably one of the hardest jobs there is, period. Because the amount of work versus the compensation you receive is garbage. And mind you, like, Medicare is not going to pay you to take care of your parents. Or it's not, your parents aren't going to get paid to, like, everyday living, like housing and feeding and meals. Like, that's just not what Medicare is there for. Medicare is there for health related stuff. Doctors, nurses, therapies. So what had happened was my mom had a stroke. If you you knew or weren't here for that. My mom had a stroke 6 months ago. It was back in September. No, we're more than 6. We're like 7 months ago. You could have a class on it. Yes, I learned a lot about insurance during my time with my parents. So yes, 7 months ago, my mom had a stroke, which completely took her out. She lost her ability of speech, lost her ability to move, and she's paralyzed on her left side completely. She almost died. But luckily, they took her to the hospital in timely manner. So she was able to receive care. And she spent about 3 months in the hospital / rehab. So probably about a month in the hospital. Oh, and I learned how much you could release. Like, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, if you guys have questions, like, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about healthcare. And especially for seniors. Like, but so yeah, she almost died. She spent, oops, nope, I'm gonna put the silver veil over there. She spent a month in the hospital and then 2-ish months in rehab. Then she was discharged home. So I went to her home right as she was settling back in to her own home. And I was there to provide support, to help her walk again, help her get to her therapies, help her, help keep up the house. Mind you, my Papa Cat is also has paralysis. He is paralyzed from the waist down. Like Shinobi War stuff. So I had 2 parents in wheelchairs at that time. So it was literally me and my elder brother having to take care of 2 seniors in wheelchairs. I would want to say, like, with people in wheelchairs, it's almost like you almost need somebody to be there 24/7 for one person in a wheelchair. We had two. Like, my mom couldn't really walk well. Like, when she walked, it was these itty bitty baby steps. It took 15 minutes for her to walk from the bed to the bathroom, which is the next room over. 15 minutes. And that sucked. Because, also because of the paralysis, her bladder and bowel control isn't great. Also, she's not very fast. So when you get the sensation to go, and it takes you 15 minutes to get there, by the time she got there, it was already too late. So that was another issue we had to deal with. She was constantly soiled. So then you have to shower her. And mind you, she always has like a 4 a.m. bathroom visit. Like right around 4 a.m., 5 a.m., she wakes up and her bladder's full and has to go. So my brother and I, she had this like bell button that she would push and it would make a chime. And we could hear it and it would wake us up. And then we just took turns responding to said chime at 4 a.m. It sucked. It sucked. I hope she handled that well mentally. It's got to be hard to process. No, she did not handle it well at all. Come Jeeves. Basically like that. Basically like a physical bell, but this one was wireless and it had a speaker in each of our rooms. Yeah, she didn't like her sons being in the bathroom with her at all. Like, she didn't want her sons to see her naked at all. But at that point in your life, you don't really have a choice. So we would help her get to the bathroom. Understandably, yeah. So she's in a wheelchair, but she could use the walker. And we were supposed to like really push her to walk. And we would, but sometimes like when she's gotta go. And it usually takes her 15 minutes to walk to the bathroom, which is 12 feet away. Like, sometimes you just opted to just wheel her as close as possible with a wheelchair. If she couldn't hold it. My mom never wanted me around when she was naked. True. That's how most moms are. Why do you want your sons? Yeah, exactly. No mother wants that. No mother wants that. So we were providing meals, we were providing showers, bathing, and I was trying to do all of this while streaming and also working my normal job, and it didn't work out. So I had to go on family medical leave, FMLA. And I also had to go on FMLA for my streaming, which kind of sucks because I missed you guys. You guys were my sanity. Like, you guys allowed me a place to vent on the internet and people give me pointers or, talk about their experiences that are somewhat similar. I lost that. I lost my online community that I considered my friend. That was hard, Gatos. Like, I did go into depression again, but I saw it coming this time. So I was smart enough. Thank you, Mom. So I saw it coming. So I ended up getting on Zoloft or Sertraline before I left, and that helped. That helped quite a bit. YouTube does things you didn't expect. Exactly. 100% understandable. True. So yeah, I that helps. And then after the first month, my brother and I kind of like we kind of figured out a system. Like he was hard focusing my mom most of the time, and I was hard focusing my dad most of the time. We took turns making meals. I did a lot of shopping. And after the first month, like we were good, but I was like, this is unsustainable because I'm going to have to go to work. I'm going to have to leave. I can't be here permanently, and I can't quit my job, move across the US. Well, I could, but it wouldn't have been a good idea. Because I wouldn't earn any income. Monkey D! It's good to see you. How are you, Monkey D? She's shooting me with measly lasers. So yeah, I had to like, I was like, okay, I need to figure out a plan. And one thing is, a lot of people shit on AI and how it's ruining it, but the genie is out of the bottle. Like, it's out. You can't put it back in the bottle. And I feel like if you're not using AI as a tool to help you, you're gonna get left behind. Ruffsack, I missed you. AI is not going away. No, it is not going away.
And so if you're Mythic OS, you're definitely out of the bottle.
No, true. Allegedly contained. Allegedly. Anyways. Take a guy out. This exceptionally. Hey, Ruffsack with the resub. Ruffsack, I will open 2 packs of e-cards in just a moment. I was recapping my story with my family, and I'm doing a 2-for-1 V-card opening. So let me get through my story, and I will open some V-cards with your luck. So I actually consulted the AI, and the AI was like, well, what do they have for insurance? And I was like, well, my dad's got VA, Medicare, and a Medicare supplemental. And then what does the mom have? Medicare. And it was all, there's a caregiver program in the VA where the VA will hire you to take care of your parents or your family. And it's really good. It provides health insurance to the caretaker, a support network for the caretaker. Ruffsack has a bottle of the Vegoverse and is badass? I did not know that. Look at that knight in shining armor. How you doing, Ruffsack? Good to see you. If you go into Indeed and type AI, it's like any job you could think of AI training. There's so much. Well, the AI training, a lot of them is training you're training somebody out of a job. But in this instance, AI was very helpful because it pointed me to the caregiver VA program. So my older brother is unemployed. And in fact, he wants to go on disability because he's overweight with really bad diabetes. I don't think it's going to work. Honestly, I don't think so because he's still capable of working. He was working his ass off taking care of my parents. But I found out that even if he does get disability, the caregiver program gives him money as a stipend. It's not a salary, even though he can use that stipend for any purchases he needs. So that's what I was thinking. Taking an AI training job would be good. Then you've made yourself obsolete. Yep. It's like training a replacement. So I was like, that's even better. So like, I talked to my family about it. And I was like, hey, I think this is a really good idea. It'll give him a job. It'll give him health insurance and money. And they all fought me on it. They're like, no, we got it. We don't need that. We don't need the VA in here. It's like, motherfuckers, you do. Like, you're gonna be doing the job anyways. Might as well get paid. So I fought for them. I fought with all my family for a day. And then after they talked to somebody else and somebody else told them that their family friend had done it and they think it's a good program, they're like, well, maybe it's not a bad idea. And I'm like, no shit. That was part of my insanity, Gatos, is my family fought me on everything every day of the week. Why? Because they're older. They get confused. They don't like change and they don't like the government in their business. But you kind of need to work with the government sometimes. So I got him enrolled in the application process. That's a 90-day process, by the way. But he's close to finished now. He might actually complete it. And he might actually get the job, which I'm pretty happy about. Because, yeah, he'll get... If he gets that money... There's also another program within the VA he got approved for, which is my dad being paralyzed from the waist down. Can't go to the bathroom by himself. It's called bowel and bladder care. He can't. Well, he can do the bladder care by himself because he has to self-cath or catheterize. But he can't empty his bowels by himself. So you have to help him do it. And by help him, that means put him on the john, insert enemas, and wait the amount of time to let him empty out and get him cleaned up. Like that, like literally the circle of life. You guys know the circle of life when it comes to parenting? You wipe your baby's ass when it can't wipe its ass because it's a baby and can't. And then when you are essentially 1 foot in the grave and no longer can wipe your own ass, yeah, you wipe your parents' ass. It is literally, I've completed the task, got those.
We all come into this world pooping and peeing, and we go out the same way.
True, Miles. So, one thing I've learned is the government never gives you money. It's always a loan. When you stop getting assistance to get a job, they come after you for every penny plus it. Yeah, basically, Bepple's right. Like, they are owed that money. Like, they've been paying into taxes all their lives, and it's not like the government would give them a break from taxes. So yeah, they need to fuck them back. You need to fuck Uncle Sam back and get your monies. Like, these are all insurances that you paid for. Or grandparents. I did not do that for my grandparents. Born to shit, forced to wipe. True. Also, welcome in, McGurk. Welcome in. All right. So, I got him.
Did you get your taxes done?
I did. The weekend right before taxes were due.
Wow.
But yeah, so I got my brother the job to get paid to do the bowel care, the bowel and bladder care. And if he gets the caregiver job, like, that'll give him another stipend. And if he gets his disability, he'll get another stipend. Like, he'll be set job-wise. But I knew he was going to be alone eventually. And I was like, I can't leave him alone. It's too much work for just having one elderly to care for 24/7, but two? So I had to research. There are programs within each state to get family members paid to take care of. It varies by state, and it varies how much each state pays. It's another insurance, and it's another, do you qualify? Milk the government for all it's worth. Exactly. They fuck you, you need to fuck back. So the state, they didn't qualify, so I was a little pissed about that. But with the VA, they also offer a Nintendo's money. So the VA is giving my parents extra money to be able to hire. Like, I had to apply for all that paperwork. By the way, the VA is like a labyrinth of paperwork. There's a form for everything, and it's got a specific number, and they talk to you in form numbers and acronyms and expect that you know them all and you understand them. And I had to like use AI to understand what they were trying to tell me. But so the VA is gonna give my parents monies to pay for a CNA, but my parents, damn good job doing all that, yeah. But my parents, we went to go hire a CNA, and we went to an agency first. They charged like $30 an hour. An agency, a home health agency for a CNA. They pay the CNA like $15 an hour. Was he a Nam? He was in the Shinobi Wars, and they may or may not have contracted him to be part of Nam. But yes, minimum wage in California is $16.50. Like, yeah, well, the agency, they are not in California. California at least tries to pay people more. I heard of it, a friend getting more because of Agent Orange. Yeah. I don't know anything. Yeah, no, they could get disability ratings at the VA. And I think my dad has a disability rating. But I got him more money with that aid and attendance. I forget what his disability rating is. But yeah, they want like $30 an hour, and then they're going to pay these CNAs like peanuts. Like literally 50%. And then my mom was like, well, we'll just pay them directly under the table. And I was like, okay, Mom. When you pay somebody directly under the table, if you do it for like a one-off job, like clean my, do the landscaping on my property, or take out this tree, or go dump this for me, Uncle Sam will probably not care that he didn't get his cut or notice. But if you pay somebody essentially a salary under the table, I think Uncle Sam might notice. Like, you can't do that. You cannot, well, like, okay, technically you can, and like the entire hotel, restaurant, and tourism industry may or may not be powered by illegals paid under the table. But I don't want my parents putting themselves at risk of getting convicted for tax evasion. So I had to start a company with them. They are co-owners of a company that just hires CNAs for elder care. And I worked with their accountant. So their accountant will literally take all of the costs that are associated with that company and write that off of their taxes. But that was paperwork. And of course, it takes time. And of course, my parents fought me tooth and nail. They're like, I don't want to start a business. I don't want to have to deal with insurance. I don't want to have to deal. And I was like, Mom, your accountant will deal with the timesheets. Your accountant will deal with payroll. Your accountant and I, like, you literally just need to sign on the line. And I, as an agent, will run this for you. And so that's my side gig, Gatos. I now have a third business I am a part of. I make sure that the CNAs get paid. So we hired 2 CNAs to go help out. So my brother's going to get paid full time to go take care of my parents full time. And we got 2 CNAs that show up right now for like 20 to 30 hours. I want to do more. I want to get like 40 to 80 hours, but my parents aren't ready to do it yet. So gotta play the waiting game with them. I have to let them I have to let them see what it's like with only 20 hours of help as opposed to wanting more. And when they want more, then they'll pay for more. And by the way, the VA is giving them money for all this. So, like, it doesn't feel like it's any skin off their nose. It's just like, that was a really way. Yeah, I am basically the overhead. I am the overhead. The accountant's the overhead, but she's only cost $30 a month. And I'm managing and running this LLC for her. And my salary is 0. And I'm not going to charge my parents to do it. So this is how I'm helping from afar. Is I'm running their business from afar as an agent. And I also got powers of attorney on both my parents for both medical and financial things. That is one advice I will give to you, Gatos, is before your parents become senile or have like any kind of like they can't communicate anymore, get a power of attorney. Like, it's not that hard. There's a bunch online for your state or country or whatever. And in America, as soon as it's notarized, it's legal. Like, it only cost a notary, which was $20. We went to a notary in the middle of nowhere, and $20, he watched us sign the paperwork that says, like, in the event that they are no longer able to of sound mind and cannot make medical decisions, I can do it for them. Also, with the power of attorney, a lot of people think that as soon as the parents sign it, they lost all power. No, they outrank you. It's like the one I did was like a tier system. Like, my parents are at the top, they make decisions about their health, whatever. And it's not until they become incapacitated or mentally not able to do stuff that I would step in and make those decisions. And then I am an agent for them. So I can do, talk to insurance for them. I can talk to their bank for them. I can talk to their doctors for them. So it's actually a very helpful tool, and I highly recommend you get one. Especially while your parents are of sound mind. Like, you could just get one, put it in a filing cabinet, and do nothing for 20, 30, 40, like however long, many years until it needs to be activated. Like, you need to do something, and then you have it. So it's one of those that I do recommend. So basically my mission was to get my mom to walk and have a better, and my dad to have a better support system than when I found him. And I succeeded in my mission. I have a way better support system with 2 CNAs and my brother, who's going to get paid. They weren't going to pay him. Technically they were, but they were just, it wasn't going to be much. Thank you, Bob. So he'll get paid by the VA a lot of money. And then the VA has given us money that we can pay for CNAs, which is great. So it took me a long ways to get there. And my mom, she almost was walking with a cane or a rollolator. A rollolator is like one of those, it's like a walker, but instead of having like 4 feet or 2 wheels and 2 feet, it's all wheels. So it's 4 wheels with a brake, and it's got like a little seat on it with a back strap that you can turn the rollolator around and sit on it. You probably seen seniors use them. So she was about to use one right before I left. So I think in a few more weeks here, Gatos, my mom's going to be walking. So it all got better. It just took time and so much fighting. So much fighting. We were fighting every day, Gatos. Does it have a lithium battery? No, they're not motorized. They're not motorized. But I don't want it to be motorized because I want my mom to just... Oh, and I got my... Speaking of powered and motorized, I got my dad I got him ordered a power chair. My dad's going to have a motorized wheelchair. It just takes 12 weeks. 12 weeks to get ordered and assembled, which was way after. So, like Stephen Hawking, similar, but his will have like a cup holder, cell phone holder armrest, and it can elevate up. And it also is really cool because with paralyzed people, like doing pressure reliefs is very important to get off your butt. But the way you have to do it is you have to physically lift yourself up and just kind of like hold yourself up for a minute. My dad doesn't have that strength anymore. So with this power chair, it does pressure reliefs for you. It literally lifts the seat up and puts it at a 90 and gets you to lay on your back and take all the pressure off your ass. Did you manage to stop reduce? Oh, that was a daily battle. Because, like, I love my tias and my extended family. But when I got there, I purged the house of sugar. Like candies, chocolates. And at the time I got there, my parents had a rosca de res, or a king's ring in English. It's basically a giant ring-shaped pastry. And it feeds a family. It feeds a family, and you're supposed to invite people over. It's basically a giant donut that feeds lots and lots of people. My mom was livid because I got rid of it. I had my young cousin come over, and I was like, bro, just take all this. Like, open your car, don't ask questions. I'm putting this in, and you take this, and you and your brothers eat the fuck out of all this shit because we can't have it. We can't have it here. So I got the house as sugar-free as I could get it. Like, there was only sugar-free cookies in the house for sweets. I got rid of, like, the table sugar and bought Splenda. And things were good for a couple days, but then my aunties came over. And they bring over pan dulce, they bring over cake, they bring over, like, they came every week, by the way. Every week they wanted to check on their sister. So every week they brought something. And, like, my mom is supposed to have, like, if it has actual sugar, she can eat it, but she has to eat, like, 1/8 to 1/10 of whatever the normal serving size is. And that's it. So we would try to give her a tiny, tiny piece. But all of a sudden, we would be like busy. Like my brother was outside and then I'm helping my dad or whatever. All of a sudden, my mom's walking to the kitchen, helping herself to more cake. And then I walk in the kitchen and I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? And then she just started laughing. I'm like, Cabrona! No sugar! Yeah, like my mom wasn't a shinobi. She was just a regular old civilian. But she might as well have been a shinobi because, like, every once in a while she just activates some energy or whatever because sugar.
You will not take my sugar. I want my sugar.
Like a fucking monster, too. Like a fucking monster. So she went and she'd go get the sugar. So, like, oh. Anyways. Oh, yeah, she still doesn't believe us that the root cause of the stroke was, uncontrolled health issues due to uncontrolled diabetes. She still thinks it was due to... She's a sugar zombie, basically. Like in One Piece, right? In One Piece, there's that Big Mama character that goes into a must-eat sweets rage. That's basically my mom. She's unstoppable. Like, if it gets in the house, she will activate shinobi powers we didn't even know she had and go get it. My late father compared sugar to heroin for addictiveness. It is absolutely a drug. Sugar is absolutely a drug, and 100% Super, super addictive. I can picture Gato. What are you doing over here? What are you doing over here? Gato got the cell. And then it's your mom, right? So like she's like, I'm the parrot. This is my house. I should be able to do what I want in my house. And I'm like, I'm not going to be here and watch you eat sugar, the thing that gave you your stroke. Like, no. Enough. Hey, Beppo gifted a sub to 8 AI. Nice, Beppo. Nice. Open 2 packs of e-cards for Beppo in just a minute, as well as Rough Sack. Sugar Police. I felt like the Sugar Police. And then, like, my sister came. My sister came to visit. And I feel bad for my sister because the deal I made with my sister at the beginning was, okay, you, like, my other 3, or I'm a family of 5. I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. My 3 brothers are fucking useless. Except, well, not my oldest brother. He kind of is and kind of isn't. Because, again, he's overweight with diabetes and doesn't want to take care of it. But he's taking care of my parents. Yeah, it was a large litter. But I have 2 other brothers that are useless. And then my sister is not. She's very smart. She's very creative, very hardworking. So she and I made a deal. Like, as soon as the stroke happened, I was like, okay. She's like, I get 3 months of FNLA. I'm going to take it and take care of mom. And then I was like, okay. Then I'm going to stay home. And when you run out of your leave, we'll pass the baton and I'll take over. Because we need one of us to be there at all times because we can't trust our other brothers. Like one of my brothers, in his infinite wisdom, was like, you know what my parents need right now at their house that will help them? A puppy. They need a puppy. They literally went and bought and gifted my dad a dog. A tiny little Yorkie-like dog. Like, granted, it's an expensive dog or whatever, but when you're recovering at home with 2 people who can't take care of themselves, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? They're like, no, it'll motivate them because they got to take care of the dog. It's their dog. They need that in their life. They need a job. I'm like, their job is to take care of themselves. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But yeah, no, my brother went to bought him a dog. That's his way of helping. And then he showed up every Sunday with his dogs. He's a big dog guy. He has like 12 dogs, got those? He thinks everybody needs dogs. Oh, hells no. Exactly. What a rage bait. Exactly, Bam Chickadee. Yeah, he has 12 dogs, so he doesn't understand why people don't have dogs. What the actual fuck? So, yeah, his solution, it's like that old adage of, when you're a hammer, a lot of problems look like a nail. He's like, you know what they need in their life? A dog. They need a dog. Mind you, they have a dog. It's technically my brother's, but there's already a dog at the house. So now there's 2 dogs at the house, and like not even like, they could have got like an adult dog. Like an adult dog that was house trained would have been a step up, but no, a puppy. Because you know what, like, you know what's great about having seniors that can't hold their bladder for 4 hours? A dog that also can't hold its bladder for 4 hours. Like I said, my brothers are useless. Or most of my brothers are useless. I just noticed that is piloting this.
He is a bee in his inside of a bee. This is insane.
Sorry, my ADHD was like, what the fuck is going on over there? There are people who shouldn't have dogs or pets. You know, I agree with that, Jade Strike, and I also feel like one dog is good, 2 dogs is good, 3 dogs is probably about the line. He has fucking 12. You are not adequately taking care of 12 dogs. I'm sorry. Like, fuck my brother. Like, his batteries in there? Wait, what? Anyway, so that was my other brother. He thought, oh yeah, that little AA batteries in there. In the suit. Or like D cell batteries. Sorry, D cells probably.
It's like Men in Black, that first one.
I should probably watch the movie so I understand the reference. But these batteries, true, Bill. Okay, and then my other brother, I told you guys, oh god, he won't tell us. But my sister says he's high functioning autistic, and then her partner thinks he has Asperger's. He kind of does remind me of Musk in some ways, where he just hyperfixates on shit and is not a normal individual. And I hate when he came and he stayed for like 2 weeks, and then that was worse. It was like taking care of 3 grown-ass adults. Because that guy can't not make a mess. Like one day he decided, you know what's really good for stroke victims? Is to get occupational therapy to learn how to like use their hands and motor functions again. Is puzzles. Puzzles are good. He bought my mom a 1,000-piece puzzle and put it on the dining table that we all use and eat on every night. She can't see very well, and it's a fucking 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Like, those take like most average families a week to complete on and off. He just thought that was a great idea to put that on the table. Me and my other brother like had to hold each other back from like strangling him. What else did he do? Oh, he also decided, oh, it's you know the stove, we can't see the knobs anymore. We can't see what's highs and lows, so I'm gonna go replace the knobs. He tried to replace the knobs like 3 separate times, and every replacement knob he got indicated the wrong thing. Sounds like an instant frustration that lasts a month. Oh god, it was literally harder every time he was down helping. And mind you, that brother's unemployed too. Yeah, he's unemployed. He's been unemployed so long that he got kicked off on unemployment because like he literally went as long as they could before the insurance runs out. So guess who's paying his bills right now? My parents, who need every cent they get. I want them to have more CNA hours. I want them to do 40 to 80 CNA hours. Right now they're doing 20 to 30. Why? Because they need to pay his bills. Mind you, he lives in a major city. This is super expensive. And they pay his bills. That's why I consider him useless. And when he comes down, he just invokes chaos. Like, I kind of realized why my parents pay his bills. They'd rather just write a check than have to deal with their own son. Like, that's what I think. God knows why, how many times I got scuffed for my kitchen and it's the wrong thing and I have to go back which I'm here in the desert. The Home Depot doesn't have locations in the middle of nothing. So it's always an ordeal. That's the same thing at my parents' house. Is it takes you 45 minutes to an hour to get to a big box store. So yes, he would start projects and then have to go back and then figure out that he's missing something. I just need him to get a job so my parents can have more hours for CNAs. But I did it, Gatos. I did it. My parents are better than I found them. We have the support structure in place. Oh, and the VA might put some ramps, some grab bars, widen some doors. They do some home improvements to the house for my parents. So I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy about it. Despite me, like, the VA is very slow. Very slow. But if you can get the attention of somebody who works within the VA, they're very helpful and they want to help. It's just like all other healthcare providers, they're overbooked, over extended, and they're trying the best they can. But oh my God, if you go to the VA for one thing, you're going to be there for 4 to 8 hours easy. But you can't bite the hand that feeds you. So I want to say the VA was a very eye-opening experience. I would actually prefer everybody to have government healthcare similar to the VA. Like, yeah, it feels like going to the DMV. Like, the DMV and a hospital had a baby. But the fact that you walk out with a bill of $0, get the medical care you need, and can walk out with the prescriptions you need. Yeah, no, we all need that. Like, our existing healthcare system sucks. Like, I'd rather have that. Even though it's slower, I'd rather have it. So, I got those. That's my family story. That's took me a lot, but mission accomplished. Let me get my restream channels. All right, we're gonna kill YouTube. We're gonna kill YouTube. And I'll make that a video if somebody wants to hear the story.